Hi guys, welcome to episode 12 of QuaranTUBE with Dr. Z. We are just about 3 weeks out from the end of school, so we have technically 4 weeks, but the fourth week is always, minimum days and things like that, and not a lot of instruction happens. So we only have about 3 weeks of instruction left. You all have been doing an amazing job with distance learning, adapting, and just doing the best that you can. Really appreciate that and respect you all for that. I just wanted to let you all know. Now, so you're gonna see this title. It says Interleaved Math. So congratulations, you all have reached the end of all of our 6th grade standards. So we ended our last LOD with a stats lesson, and that was it. That's the end of our 6th grade standards. And so now what we're going to be doing is something called Interleaved Math for the rest of the 3 weeks that we have left of instruction. This means we're going to be kind of basically reviewing math that we learned starting from the beginning of the year. And so all of our math lessons going forward are going to just be reviews of certain skills that I feel like we might want to revisit, or skills that you're going to really need in upper level math as you move on to middle school. All right, so here we go. Hopefully this looks familiar. If it doesn't look familiar, then I don't know. If it doesn't look familiar, then here it is. But hopefully it does look familiar. We are going to be doing some long division, and notice I didn't choose numbers that are like ridiculously high, right? I chose a 2-digit divisor and a 4-digit dividend. I'm not trying to trick you all. I'm just trying to help you review this strategy for long division called tabs. And remember I said that we call this strategy tabs because we're keeping tabs of how many times we use this number 74 to continuously subtract from this dividend. Okay, so with this method, we're not looking at this number 5,476 digit by digit, but we're looking at the number as a whole. So we will be doing repeated subtraction from this whole number. Now, the better and more comfortable you are with multiplication and even with larger numbers like 74, the easier it will be to use tabs. But as you can recall, tabs is best used with friendly numbers. So as you see me going through this long division problem, you're going to see me using a lot of numbers that end in 0 or 5 or other numbers that are easily multiplied mentally, where you don't have to have like a separate scratch paper on top of what you're doing here. All right, so let's get started. Hopefully as I start, it will jog your memory and you'll be like, oh, okay, I remember that now. And so I'm gonna get started. Again, our problem says 5,476 divided by 74. So when we're using tabs, we're gonna be using this divisor over and over and over again. Okay, because it's how many times can 74 basically fit into 5,476, right? Or another way you can read it is if you had 5,476 ice cream cones and you had 74 kids to split it amongst, how many ice cream cones will each one of those 74 kids have? Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to take our divisor, 74, and I'm going to see, what can I multiply 74 by that will come anywhere near 5,476? Now, I'm going to be thinking of super friendly numbers. So the first number that comes to mind is the number 10. So I'm going to multiply 74 times 10, and that's going to be 740. I'm going to take that number and I'm going to subtract 740 from this entire number. So I'm going to subtract 740. We have 6, 3, 7, and 4. Now we have a new divisor. We're going to continue using the 74. So next I'm going to do 74 times, you know what? 74 times 10 was really easy. It was super friendly, but the number wasn't that big. It was 740, and my divisor is still quite, my dividend is still quite large. So this time I'm going to multiply it by 20. And even though it looks difficult, all I have to do is what? I have to just double the answer, because 20 is double 10. All I need to do is double 740. And doubling 740 seems a lot easier than trying to figure out what 74 times 20 is. Okay, so double 740 is going to be 1,480. So I'm going to take that and subtract it. All right, now we're getting somewhere, right? Because this number was a lot larger than 740, and now we have a lot more to subtract from the dividend. So I'm going to do 6, 13, 5, 6, 2, 3. Now we have this dividend. I'm going to use the same number because I'm comfortable with that. I already know what the answer is. I'm going to subtract 1,480 again. We have 15, 7, 7, and 1. I hope we're not all forgetting our regrouping and subtraction. All right, so notice now I have 74. I'm going to do 20 one more time because our answer, 1,480, is actually pretty close to what we have left here. So I'm going to subtract it one more time, and then I'm going to see where it takes us. 6, 17, 9, 6, 2. All right, we only have 296 left. So I'm going to do 74 times 2. That seems pretty simple. All right, so we got 148. We're going to subtract 148. 16, 8, 8, 4, and 1. And look what we have here. I already know that 74 times 2 is 148 again. So here we are. We're going to subtract 148. And that's the end, right? We've subtracted the last 148. And we got a remainder of 0. That means we're done. But wait a minute. I don't know what that is. So what do? We take a look at our tabs and we think, how many times did we use this number 74? So what you're going to do is you are going to add up all of these, right? These numbers tell us how many times we use the number 74. And now because we chose to use friendly numbers, which in tabs, that's what you should do, it's going to be super easy to add these up. I'm going to actually start with the 20s because counting by 2s and 20s is really easy for me. So I'm going to say 20, 40, 60. Then I'm going to go up here, 70, 72, 74. That means traditionally in standard algorithm, this number would be up here, 74. Now, how can we check if we did this crazy math properly? We're going to take this 74. I'm going to put 74 times 74. And we're going to check our math here. If we did this correctly, our answer should turn out to be 5,476. So let's take a look. 16, 29, 28, 49, 51. We're going to add that all up. Oops. And we got 6, 7, 4, 5. 5,476. Okie dokie. Oops, I didn't even show you that. 5,476. And boom, we're done. Now, some of you might think, okay, well, that took so much space and a lot of time. True, it did take space, but the smarter we can get with these numbers, the shorter this process will be. And in all honesty, when you're doing long division, standard algorithm works. And standard algorithm is something that you should know how to do by this age. But conceptually, we know that division is repeated subtraction, right? And what we're doing here shows exactly that. We're repeating the subtraction. So some of you, if you're feeling super comfortable with standard algorithm, 100%, great, I love that. But if you're feeling shaky with standard algorithm because you're having trouble trying to get that exact number to subtract, try this method out. Try tabs, because it's kind of like a trial and error, right? As long as you're being accurate on what the friendly numbers amount to, you'll be fine, because even if it takes you a little bit longer, at least you'll know that your answer will be accurate, right? And adding up however many times you multiplied the divisor should be super simple, because all of the numbers that you're going to be using are friendly. Okay, I hope this was a good reminder on how to use this method called tabs. And again, from now on, we're going to be doing all interleaved math, meaning we're going to be reviewing standards from the beginning of the school year. So things are not going to go quite in order. I'm just going to kind of take a look at the work that you've done and pick and choose things that I feel like students need a review on before you move on to 7th grade and leave me. Okay. Alrighty, well, this was episode 11 of QuaranTUBE with Dr. Z. I will talk to you all soon. I miss you. Goodbye.